gonna look so good. I've discovered through editing that it sounds so much better when the microphone is in front of the face rather than down here, so I'm trying to find a place to hook it up. I have you on a pillow. Alright, I have approximately 5 minutes to share what I've been working on. It has been a week. I'm not sure where it's gone, but it's gone. It is now Friday, somehow. Despite being stupidly busy with prep for Fiber Fusion, which is only 14 days away somehow, like for setup, and then just my patio being completely under construction, it also being gardening season, and well, we're still got school and life and all these things. Somehow I have been managing to get in some knitting time. I need to put sleeves on this. Here is my lovely top. I put buttons on it and I sewed in the front, and it's a little wonky. Less wonky than if I didn't sew it down. I could unpick it, however, it's not the sewing job, it's my button band that is a little crooked. The edge stitches on a few of them are just a little wonky. I am not sure I'm gonna be quite that bothered by it though once it's on. I'm also undecided if I want to do an edging on the top yet. I think first what I'm going to do is sew in a piece of white elastic, because the back is doing a little bit of rolling that I'm not a huge fan of. It's in the back so you can't see it that much, but I'm thinking if I attach it from the shoulders, then if I just weave in a bit of elastic, maybe it'll not do that quite so much, because I really like the look of the front. It looks really good without any sort of edging, but that back part is not quite it. And then, yeah, I just need to knit the sleeves, which is going to be like maybe 8 rounds at most. And then, surprise of all surprise, I have been working on my socks. I need to cast on the second sock because there's a lot of knitting here, because it's slouchy sock, so there's a lot of extra stitches. But I've periodically been taking walks here and there, and then when we've been in the car, I've been bringing this with me, so I need to get out the other set of needles so I can knit them in tandem. The thing though that has stolen my heart and that I've been working on so much is this lovely blue sweater. I'm so excited. I got this Yarn Smith's Cotton Aran in this lovely navy blue. I don't have the yarns with me. I'll probably pull them out at some point, but a navy blue, an ivory, and then this light blue, and I'm going for kind of like a sporty, oversized drop shoulder look. I am knitting the sibling sweater my size by Laura Penrose. I'm knitting the smallest size. This does not look like the smallest size because, well, I'm knitting this out of an Aran on much larger needles. I'm knitting this on 5.5mm needles, but I wanted it oversized, so I think it's gonna work out quite literally perfect. I am doing 2x2 rib on it instead. Basically, I'm just following the numbers and then messing around with everything else. I think it's gonna look so good. I'm very excited about it, and I love that it's cotton. It's very like, it has like a nice like cozy weight to it without being warm, which I love. And I hope, like, because I have a couple of other cotton sweaters, one that I've made and one that is from a thrift store. Goodness, the birds. Wow, the birds are really loud. I wear them all the time, spring, summer, and fall, because, well, I have a tendency to run like cold, but then I don't want to be like warm, so the cotton ones are like perfect, especially to start out in the morning and then take the layer off. So that's what I'm kind of hoping this one will end up being. And I don't have anything like this in my wardrobe with like the sporty look to it. And then I'll have nice wide sleeve with the stripe happening on there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the cuffs. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a slightly, I don't want it to be fitted because it's cotton and it doesn't stretch. So I don't want it to be fully wide. I don't know. I will see once we get to the sleeves. Yeah, there's that. I'm hoping though this weekend. I'm not sure how much knitting I'll get done, depending on the weather. But I'm hoping we get the rest of my beams burned. And why don't I just show you? Come along with me, so some show and tell. Look, work stuff. So much work stuff. All of this is product for Fiber Fusion. Okay, so I have all of these beams and posts that I am burning. It's like the Japanese technique. Oh shoot, there's my timer. So anyways, I am burning the beams and the posts, and then the goal is to finish doing that this weekend and to set them in cement. So that way I can start leveling again so we can relay the brick, because oh my gosh, the weather has just been wow. The birds are very chatty tonight. The weather has just been freaking phenomenal, and I'd like to enjoy it. So that's what I've got going on. Also, this tank that my father let me borrow is freaking gigantic, and the torch, not gonna lie, is a little bit scary. Please ignore the crazy hair. I just got out of the shower. Okay, we are about to embark on a movie marathon. We're gonna watch 2 Marvel movies back to back with the kiddos. So during that time, I'm hoping to accomplish 2 things. 1, I want to cast on the second cuff to my other sock. And 2, I would like to get maybe a couple of inches done on this. So we will see what I get accomplished, but that as of right now is the goal. The laundry pile. Anyhow, I thought I would really quickly show you what I accomplished yesterday. I feel like I did quite a bit. I started that second sock. I did more than start. I started and did all of my increases to create the extra large slouchy portion, and I knit to about here last night, and then I did a tiny bit this morning, and then on my sweater I knit from there up, and then I kind of had to stop because I was starting to get a hand cramp. But oh my goodness, this is gonna look so good. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to show you my progress. Okay, I have errands to run. I have to go to Costco. Toilet paper. Also, they have these dried mandarin oranges that are simply amazing. They're so good. Then I need to go get some more of those. Then I need some dinners for the kiddos, because my husband is going to attempt to make dinner tonight. French onion soup. I have a feeling the kids probably, it's not really going to be their vibe. Plus, I'm going to have my sister's kids, so that's definitely not going to be their vibe. So I'm just going to get them something different. I don't normally buy my kids different food from what we eat, but it's an odd special thing. My husband doesn't cook, so this will be very interesting. I'm looking forward to not having to cook. Minus the kids' food, but I'm gonna get something simple. And then I'm gonna go check out the thrift store. Oh, and the local bakery. So I'll bring you along with me. Okay, so Costco was closed because it's Memorial Day. Apparently, they're not open. And so, did the grocery store, did the thrift store, and then stopped by the bakery to get a baguette for the French onion soup that Josh is making tonight. And then I got myself a cookie because, well, can't go to the bakery without getting oneself a treat. is actually pretty perfect, which I'm surprised with it being cotton. I was a little worried it was gonna be able to go over my head, but it works. Also, I think I want the body to be decently long because there is a lot of ease happening here. And I'm kind of picturing the summer chuck it on. It's cold this morning. I'm going to hang out on my patio while the sun is still coming up type of thing. Or Bert's kind of chilly this evening. Let me just huck this on while we watch TV, or again, on the patio. I think it's really good. I was a little worried about the striping being a little too low, but I think it's just because I haven't knit more body. I do think maybe I could have done one row less of each of the colors, but I'm okay with it. Good. I have headed out north to go get my hair done, hence why I've not styled it today. It's really hard for me to not do that in the morning if I'm going out, but since I was going to the hairstylist, what's the point? But my hairstylist is running late, and I was early, and I left my knitting on the couch. I packed it, put it in a bag and everything. I cannot believe I did that. No, I can believe I did that, but I'm annoyed that I did that. I've stopped at a little coffee shop. I'm maybe gonna go in and grab something. I don't know. I don't really want anything, but I have half an hour to kill, so I'm gonna go do that, I think. Did I want anything? No. Did I need anything? Absolutely not. But then I saw the coffee cake and was like, have I already had breakfast? Yes, I have. But, you know, I decided to get that. And then I got a tea, which, by the way, if you ever get tea from, like, a coffee place, they don't know how to do tea. And they always put scalding hot water in it. And that just doesn't work for tea when you burn tea, and it's not very good for tea. Also, you can't drink it for, like, a million years. So, thankfully, I already had my tea. So, which was cold because I had the lid off of it all morning. So I just took the lid off of mine, poured the scalding hot tea into my cold tea, and now we have tea that is now drinkable. So anyways, I'm going to sit and eat and drink that for a moment before I head off to go get my hair done. Butterfly! Sorry. Squirrel! Except for butterfly. Anyways, the monarch. You have to stop and look at butterflies. Anyways, I'm out here working on my patio. I'm so excited. Slowly but surely, getting there. Yesterday, Josh, my sister, and I were out here. My sister was amazing and stayed for a really long time. And yeah, I did that little section this afternoon. I have 3 more like squares of 48 brick to go, and then the edging, which I'm not so much looking forward to doing that part because, well, yeah, it's crooked. But you know, it's one of those things where I built a patio years ago. It wasn't perfectly square, and could I have fixed it when I tore it all apart? Yes. Did I? I don't actually care that much, if I'm being completely honest. I want the patio to be a patio. I just want to sit on it. I'm not going to be saying, that brick is slightly crooked. No, you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be looking at this view. My neighbors have these beautiful trees that create just this lovely naturist corner. And then there's my garden and a lovely field behind our house. I'm going to be enjoying that, not looking down saying, I wish that line was straight. No, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just looking forward to being able to sit out here on my little, like, patio couch, enjoying the view. So, we're slowly getting there. My goal is to hopefully, I should stop saying goals. like to make a lot of goals for myself and not reach them. I think goals, things just happen, and then I'm like, who needs a goal? But I would like to have it done this week, which I think should be more than attainable. I just need to, the edge is what's going to take the longest. But I wanted to show you my garden, particularly this one thing. I don't know if anybody has potato bugs. I've also heard them called roly-polies and something else. I don't really know. We've got a lot of airplanes out. We live near an airport, and it's a beautiful day, so pardon the airplanes. I've had frickin' potato bugs eat my zucchini. Now, this is not slugs. Slugs usually go for like the leaves. And I know this because when I grabbed it and was like, what the heck? Why is it so sad? And I looked, a whole bunch of baby potato bugs fell off of my plant. So, yeah, that's cool. I had a couple of cantaloupe plants over there that they did the same thing to. And I thought they were slugs, so I spread slug bait, planted new cantaloupe plants, and those have been left alone. So, because I've been left alone with the slug bait put down, I poured some slug bait, and hopefully that will protect the poor things. Hey, look, there's some baby arugula. I did not plant arugula over here. There's a whole bunch of weeds. I've not touched my garden very much this year. I've got some random peas over there happening. My garden is a hot wreck this year. It's fine. But this zucchini is doing okay. I would like to have two, so I'm going to go see if I can find another zucchini plant. But nurseries aren't carrying vegetable plants anymore because, well, apparently it's too late in the season. It doesn't feel that late in the season to me, but, you know, I'm also very behind on everything. But yeah, I've got some fun things. I've got some radishes. There's some, it's called mustard spinach. It's not actually mustard or spinach. It's another green from Asia. I guess that's what the packet says anyways. I don't know the specifics of this. And then I've got some wee baby basil coming up. And then some Thai basil over here because I've been making more Thai food lately. And it's really nice to have fresh Thai basil. And then over here I had 2 rows of scallions that I had planted seeds for. They never came up, so I just planted more seeds, and those ones are finally coming up. I had a bunch of carrot seeds that didn't come up, which is mildly infuriating, not gonna lie. I've got my snow peas, which are definitely behind this year. It's also a different variety from what I normally plant. I've got sweet peas, a whole bunch of cosmos, and some other flowers that I can't remember at the moment. I have my peppers and tomatoes. Yay! Eventually, not this year. I was hoping to have it done this year, but I'm going to put a plastic hoop over this. Nothing fancy. I'm literally just going to put plastic over the top of it. Like, I'm going to do like some rebar and some plastic hoops and then like clear plastic over it. And I probably not even going to bother with a door or anything. Just something to keep it a little bit warmer, basically. Yeah, but I've got a variety of different tomatoes, a few different heirloom ones. I've got a Brandywine, some San, I can't see that far away, Marzano, I think, and then the Muscovich, I think is what these ones are called. Had this one last year and I really liked it. I have 3 different cherry tomatoes, and then I have a Juliet and something else. And then jalapenos and some small those little baby bell pepper guys that the kids really love eating. So I'm hoping we get some from there. I don't know. I won't be devastated if we don't get peppers, but and then the green beans, which are really far behind. This is a slightly different plant that I normally plant, and they're really teeny, super tiny. I don't know if that, I need to look into them a little more. Also, they keep getting frickin' eaten, and I don't know if it's from the slugs because I've got slug stuff down. And usually this stuff works great, so I don't know if something else is getting to them. don't know. I didn't get very many green beans last year and it made me very sad. So I'm going to, I think, pluck some more seeds down in the ground of this variety. And then once I get the brick out of that last bed, I'm going to plant some of the beans that I normally grow. I'm going to put some beans over there. I love green beans, so there's no such thing as having too many green beans. Because if I have extra, I will freeze them. Anyways. Alright, I'm going to go inside now. Because I'm overheated. It's very hot. Josh was just telling me that there's reports that we are going to have the hottest summer on record in the Seattle area. Yay! So looking forward to that. So I'm getting overheated out here. So I'm going to go inside and chill for the rest of this Sunday. Because, well, I deserve some rest, I think. So I'm gonna go do that. I have things to share with you. When I say I have things to share with you, I'm not kidding. There's quite a few things. Okay, first off, been a moment. I have been working on my patio. My hair's crazy, sorry. I took a walk and it was very windy outside. And I got sick. I got this cold thing. And then I also have allergies at the same time. So it's like a combination of itchy eyes and sneezing from the allergies. But then like this throat thing from a cold, and I had one day where I felt like I'd been hit by something, lots of body aches and things. Yeah, it was a blast. Anyways, knitting. I hit a roadblock with one project, very annoyingly, and it is with my sporty sibling sweater out of cotton. I finished off the body. It's been done. Yay. I started picking up for sleeves, got into my bag with the yarn, and was like, wait, where's my other ball of blue yarn? Like, I've got the other ball of white yarn, where's my other blue yarn? Like, where is it? I couldn't find it. I, started tearing apart my house, went back to the bag, and was like, maybe it's literally under one of these balls of yarn. I dumped everything out. It wasn't in there, but the order slip was, I only ordered one ball of blue. I'm not sure why I would have only ordered one of the light blue, unless I thought maybe I was going to do the 2 skinny stripes, but even then I'm still going to need a decent amount because I'm doing double that. So I don't know where my head was, so I can't go any further because I need the blue yarn for the sleeves. Basically, I have to order yarn, but I need to make some money first. So I'm waiting until after Fiber Fusion, then I'll order yarn for that. So that's been put on pause. I have my socks, which I have finished knitting the wide parts of the legs. I've noticed, what is the color difference? It's the same yarn, just pulled from opposite ends of the cake. So yeah, they're going to kind of end up being opposites, where this one goes lighter to darker and that one goes darker to lighter. It kind of annoys me, but not that much. So it is what it is. They were going to be kind of like funky opposites anyways with the contrasting colors. Yeah, it's going to be fine. I've made good progress on that. And then since I've come to a screeching halt with my cotton sweater, and I'm at the point in the socks now where I need to start making notes for the pattern. I'm not immediately writing up a pattern, but as I slowly go through, I'm making sure I make notes. So if I want to write a pattern, I can, but I'm now to the point where I need to make some notes. My plan is to make all the notes on the first sock and then follow it with the second sock, is kind of my loose plan as of right now. But I need to do that. Because I ran out of knitting, basically, I was like, okay, well, I need to dig through some stuff. So I decided to pull out some of my unfinished projects and work on some of those. The first one being, sorry, gosh, my throat. The first thing I pulled out was this small hot water bottle cover that I'm making for my daughter. It's very scrunchy because, well, it's color work and my tension isn't super great with color work. But yeah, I just need to do 2 more rounds and then I can start the decreases, and then I'll do the little neck. I did most of that in one evening. It went really quick. I'm not sure why I ever set that one aside. I think I just lost interest in it, if I'm being honest. And then I was like, okay, well, let's keep this grabbing old things and finishing them trend. This isn't old, but it's been sitting for a couple of weeks now. My cotton top is done. It doesn't look done. This isn't an end. This is elastic that I'm trying for the back of the neck. But you can't tell, but I did block it. But then my niece was here and she started crawling all over it. So I just it was dry. So I just threw it up onto the couch and then it got crumpled behind the couch. So I may need to steam it a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to try it on. I need to just trim this little bit of elastic and try it on. But when I tried it on before, I blocked it, and before I put the elastic in, I really liked it. So we'll see after having blocked it and with the elastic if I like it even more. All right, and then I finished my sweater. I was done with it basically. I just needed to redo the neckline, and I redid the neckline, and I love it. Oh my word. I also had some ends I didn't weave in for some reason. I thought I'd woven all my ends, but I guess I didn't. There was a few spots in one of the sleeves. I wore it this morning until I started painting, and then I was like, I'm gonna get paint on this and then I'll be really sad. I think this is gonna end up being a large staple in my fall winter wardrobe. It is this yarn. This is the Yarn Smith's merino. It is so nice. I just wore a tank top under it, and not a high neck one either, and I didn't have any prickle and itch, and I'm pretty sensitive. I've got pretty sensitive skin. I have a sweater, a cardigan knit out of wool of the Andes, and that stuff is prickle central. I have to wear something underneath it, like long sleeves. If I don't wear long sleeves under, it's got to be really cold, and even then it's not my favorite. And even alpaca, I really love alpaca. I think it's really soft, but even then I'm pretty sensitive, and I can get a little itchy from it. This yarn's a literal dream, and I'm kind of tempted to get another sweater quantity out of this. Maybe if I end up doing well at Fiber Fusion, when I order my one single ball of cotton, I will, because I'm like, if I'm paying the shipping and stuff, I want to order more than just one ball of something. So maybe I'll treat myself to another sweater quantity in this merino because it's really nice. Okay, I'll wrap this up. My throat is telling me to be done talking. Okay. Then we have my project that I pulled out of my languishing pile of projects. I was going to say my tonight top. That's wrong. My papyrus top. I literally only had like 2 rounds to go on the hem, and then I bound off. And then I picked up for the neck, and it's just like a double folded stockinette. So I've been doing that, and I think I'm at the point where I'm going to like say, okay, this is the height I want, and then just knit the amount again. I could probably get that done maybe tomorrow. It would be kind of cool to have it this weekend, but I'm not going to be able to finish it and block it, I don't think. Maybe if I steamed it, I could do that. I don't know, I have an outfit that I want to wear. It's supposed to be gross this weekend when I go to Fiber Fusion. I'm not sure about the temperatures, but I'm probably gonna bring this lovely sweater with me because, well, it's so nice. But yeah, oh goodness, hi. I'm looking forward to having this weekend be done. I don't know, I really like Fiber Fusion because it's very community based, but I just feel a little out of it, like mentally not prepared to be at a show like this. It takes a lot of mental energy. You have to be very social at these things, which is like fine, but then the lead up and the after is when it hits me. Like when I'm there, I don't have a problem, and I actually really like talking to people, and I really enjoy it. I love having people come up to me and talk to me about YouTube, or like they follow me on Instagram or any of those things. I think that's really cool, and striking up conversations about knitting. Last year I had a really great conversation at Flock with somebody about knitting with cotton. I love knitting with cotton. So I like talking to people about these things, but afterwards I just end up being completely wiped. But I'm like, before the show, I'm already wiped and just kind of not prepared for some reason. I also feel like I don't have stock. Like, I have a good amount of stitch markers, but then I feel like I don't have anything else. Like, usually I have more of other things too to bring. I do have some tote bags and some art, but there's nothing else. So I just feel a little off balance for some reason, but it's also probably because I'm burned out. I'm burned out of making things for shows. And of course, as soon as this is done, I have to start prepping for flock, which I already have some stuff made for flock. But yeah, I'm gonna try and take a couple of weeks to not do production making. If I want to make art for prints, that's fine, but I'm gonna try very hard to not pour resin and paint and do all those things for flock. Just take a couple weeks, do some lifey things, recharge a bit so that way I don't completely destroy myself in the next couple of months. If you're local though, please let me know if you're gonna be at any of those shows, or if you stopped by the show, because I'll probably publish this on Saturday. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video and coming along with me as I knit some things and did some life things, and yeah, thank you. Anyhow, I'm gonna go sit because my eyes, the allergies are like getting to me. My eyes are so itchy and my throat is getting a little scratchy, and I just need to go sit and drink my tea and check out, I think. I'm just tired. But we will see you in my next video. We'll see you later. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye.